Choose the team you want to start your franchise with.
Use the options on the left to edit league.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we're in for a rematch of Super Bowl 41. It's the Bears and the Colts, and it comes your way next.
From the crossroads of America, we're at the center of Indianapolis, Indiana, as we get a look here at Lucas Oil Stadium. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep. Pocket
passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix...
Santos out for the opening kick. And here we go from Indy. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick, who unfortunately had that rookie season cut short at just 4 games. Good to have him back from Florida, Anthony Richardson.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker.
Oh, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
On the move, headed right, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back, 3rd down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
Richardson on 3rd. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So here come the Bears as they get set for their debut series. And leading them out to the #1 overall pick in this year's draft out of USC, a player with immense promise, Caleb Williams.
Caleb was one of the most hyped prospects ever out of college football, and I'm not speaking out of turn or any hyperbole there. It's why he was the #1 pick. And you put on his highlight reel, Kate, you can put that highlight reel against anybody the last 50 years. The way that he creates and extends plays, the ways that he can run and still sling it totally off platform and off balance all over the field. He also does it with a flair and eccentricity that is unique and really not common coming into the league as well. A superstar in the making.
Williams on the play action. That's complete. Cole Kmet. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. Off the play fake, Williams. That's caught, Keenan Allen. They'll take that kind of passing from the rookie out of USC. He gets him the 1st.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Running behind center with Swift. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. So now here's 3rd and 5. Off the play fake, he's gonna throw. And he drops it in the end zone. The look was there on 3rd down, but instead it's incomplete.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
Carney's kick is good. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. Oh, hang on there. Hang on a moment. Looks like we've got an injured player on the kick return. They're going to check on him now. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Defense showing blitz. Richardson has him on the quick hitter. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
New set of downs for him at the 38. On 1st down, they'll run. He'll work it a couple yards past the line. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 36. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Colts. Got a man. Uzama has it. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that makes it 2nd and goal. Option play now, he's headed right. And he gets in, touchdown. The Colts pull ahead 6-3 in the 1st. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1, more times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
That one splits the uprights. And the Colts take a 4-point lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Bears offense out there for their 2nd drive of the contest. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Here's Swift to start the drive. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Chicago first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Going to the ground again on first. And he stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. 2nd and 3 now. They go play action here. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. It's a gain of only 1 yard. That's going to leave him with a 4th and 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Colts have a long football field ahead of them on this drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. 1st and 10 from the 41. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Gets it to him on the screen.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Chased out to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And they're going to stop him after he runs it inside the 35. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Richardson. Escapes the pocket. He'll step up, and there he goes. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Now pause as we attend to an injured player, and you could hear the stadium take a collective breath. It's their quarterback, Anthony Richardson, who's in need of some assistance. From the gun on 3rd down. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Here's Matt Gay for the Colts field goal. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. Up and good from Fairbairn. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. This is Swift. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action, right? When you really just gouge and gash your defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball could go right over their head. That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Here's 2nd and 2. Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. To throw, Williams. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. 4th down punt upcoming. Here's Torrey Taylor to put his leg into it. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. This ball's caught by Uzomah. And he'll get it up to the 27.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Completed here to Uzomah. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Colts have the football. They'll begin the quarter with 3rd and 2. Dropping back to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Back to throw. Stays in the... This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, speaking from experience here, what happens now with the 3rd sack allowed, especially on an early down like that, is that head coach and coordinator going to have a conversation. Okay, we got to fix this. Do we slide? Do we chip? Do we keep more people in? Because the one thing you can't do is keep getting your quarterback hit.
And he gets a small chunk there before he's touched down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Clean breakup on that throw. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
And the fair catch made here at the 15. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. No return on that punt. And the Bears are going to take over deep in their own territory. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They are on the counter with Swift. He'll cobble together a yard there. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Throwing now, off play action. He beams one deep right side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So no return on that punt. And the Colts will take over. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Back to the well again. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Colts. They give it to him again. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. They're throwing it. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Yeah, this is one of the occasions, Kate, where this defense got to just keep chopping wood. Keep chopping wood. I know they're a little more careful about actually having axes in locker rooms anymore after injuries, but the mantra is the same. You can't look at the scoreboard nor worry about what your offense is doing. You got to keep punishing your opponent.
Another punt coming up for Rigoberto Sanchez. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. The Bears returning their offense and this running back to the field. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be Bears football. 1st down, Williams. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Swift gets it on the option. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
Has the connection to Odunze. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
1st down throw by Williams. Pulled in by Allen on the sideline. And he nearly takes it to the red zone before going out. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down. Williams on the play action. Has it down close. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And this might be a free play. Let's see what they do. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. But now all eyes going to turn to those officials. We got to see if this flag is going to take it away. Got to the end zone with a free play, so they will, of course, decline offsides and take the points. Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears tie things 10-10. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Return coming from the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And they had that one contained right at the line. Hit made by T.J. Edwards. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. He'll throw it. Cut for big yards on the right side. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Play action on 1st down. On target to Downs. And a solid gain gets them across the 45 before he goes out. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
He's got Thomas on the slant. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Oh, they're looking option, headed left side. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Now looking to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. All set up now for 1st and 10. Pass play now. That's much too high and out of the end zone, incomplete.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes. Knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So they're left facing 3rd and long. He's going to throw this one. We've got a screen to the running back. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the 1st.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you could run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Williams will look to throw. This finds Everett complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Off the play fake, Williams. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. Working from the gun, Williams. He has the 1st over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Indy. The Bears driving ahead. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Williams to throw on 1st. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Williams from the gun. Pass caught by Adunze. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. He gets this to Tyler Scott. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Chicago 1st down. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. The Bears decide to call their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Williams. He's on the move. He's running for it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
Completed here to Komet. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. To throw is Williams. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Has him on the quick hitter. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Carney's kick is good. And that's going to tie us up just before halftime. That's the half here in this one. All tied up thanks to that late field goal. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. and it's the Texans who's got the lead in the second quarter. It's C.J. Stroud with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, we'll head to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home at Acrisure Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting L.A. Chargers. A touchdown run for Najee Harris. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou to check on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. 2 touchdowns there for Saquon Barkley. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire.
Gain out ahead
one
on the
mistake
kickoff.
or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bears send Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. First down, here's Swift. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Williams to throw. Allen on the catch. And he crosses his sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Williams set to pass. Throwing the out route complete. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Colts back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
Only took him 1 play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Completed here to Uzama. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Throwing from the gun. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
To throw it on 1st down. His ball's caught by Uzama. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Kevin Byard there to bring him down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 27. Got a man. Uzama has it. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. To the line we go. They're set. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to make it down to the 15-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. They'll throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Sermon has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
He has the Indianapolis touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Gay to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Colts break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Chicago getting set to take the field now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Williams. He's got him. That's Swift. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Juju Brents with a stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Running behind center with Swift. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles. Well, they stuffed the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
3rd down. Here's Williams. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down. Out of the pistol, Williams. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. Here's Williams. Flushed out now to his left. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. So now here's 3rd and 5. Williams will look to throw. Forced out to his right. Took off with it again. And after the play, one of the Colts still out there injured. We get a brief stoppage here as they check on him. First and 10 now from the 30. Running with Swift out of the gun. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Quiddy Pay there to take him down. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Working from the gun, Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now here's Williams. He's on the move. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Swift. Has the Chicago touchdown. The Bears can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the 3rd. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Santos now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears tie this game up. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Trying to get it with the option here. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st. They send a receiver in motion right. They'll run here on 1st down. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Another carry for it. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory. A gain of 4 for them. That sets up 3rd and 7. Looking for a throw here. And he won't escape. The Bears take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
The Colts are ready for the punt. Rigoberto Sanchez will kick it away. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. Here's Swift to start the drive. Jukes one defender, and they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's a Chicago 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. 1st down, Williams. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Out of the option, he's going to keep it going right. And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Williams from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. He's keeping it again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
First down throw by Williams. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. Here's Swift on 2nd down. He's contained at the line for no gain. Azeez Ojulari getting there for the tackle. No gain on the run, and we've reached the end of the 3rd quarter. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. This game's still tied after 3, so we're going to decide things here in the 4th quarter. And on 3rd down, the Colts going with the nickel here. Going to run again with Swift. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Important moment as they turn to Cairo Santos. This a 39-yarder from the left hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. The Colts ready to take the field. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Short pass brought in. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Time we offered some serious blanket praise for this entire group defensively. The guys up front, they've certainly generated the pressure. Everybody on the back end in coverage, well, they're holding down their assignments to delay these throws. This is going to be one tomorrow, one fun tape to watch, because 6 sacks, it's hard to come by in this league.
The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set, 1st and 10. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
And in a rarity today, he stopped at the line of scrimmage. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down. On the give, it's Swift. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. from the 48. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Chicago brings out the punting unit. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. The Colts offense set to head out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Back-to-back carries here. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Hold now from the gun. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Play action on 1st down. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. He'll look to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Takes it in at the 21. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And his effectiveness hasn't been limited to what he can do with his arm this season. On that last drive, he reached a significant mark for his efforts on the ground as well. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Swift hauls it in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Allen on the catch. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He's on the move. He's on the move. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They're set up at the 35 now. First down. Here's Swift. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, Well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain here after a gain of only 1, and now they'll face 3rd and 9. To throw, Williams. Has his man, it's Swift. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
On 4th down, it's Williams. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Staying grounded with Swift. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Williams set to pass. Escapes the pocket. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Kate, little good news, bad news, right? Bad news, you take a sack. Good news is you do actually have a few more plays in your playbook. Everybody always says, well, you got more room to operate. No, what you have are now more options with that offense. Now you got to avoid taking a sack and get that ball out of your hand.
Has it in close.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Bears holding on to a field goal lead. Looking to throw. He couldn't hang on, Brock. It looked like a touchdown, but it slips right through his hands, and now it's 4th down.
I just hate that. I just hate to see that. Everything on the play was done so well. Everybody did their job, but you got to finish. You don't get many chances to make that type of play for your team. You got to come through on that touchdown.
He's on the move, and he's going to go down. They get to him on 4th and goal and complete the defensive stand.
I'm going to guess a little deal was cut there by these pass rushers in the huddle. You guys in the secondary, just buy us a little time. We don't need perfect coverage. Just tighten things up so we can get home, and boy, did they ever in a big moment.
This offense making its way back out now. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Setting up to pass. Completed here to Uzama. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here he is to throw. And the pressure gets home. He doesn't throw it in time. That's a safety. Well, this has been one of the big stories of the game, partner. He has been sacked over and over and over here. And this time, cost him more than just yards. It cost him 2 points and possession. Former quarterback, man, what are you thinking at this point in the game?
I'm thinking I'm going to be spending a lot of time in the training room to get my body right. And I think were you Marshawn Lynch right there? Over
yeah.
and over
there
and
you
over.
Go. Let's go. Secures this at the 17. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. And how about this? A 100-yard game on the ground, but it's not the running back that's doing it. And he's showing you why you should never sleep on what he can do when he's outside that pocket. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, a give to Swift. And he has enough room to gain about 4. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Running behind center with Swift. And he takes this ahead to the 40-yard line before going down. Timeout Indianapolis. That's its second. Here we go. 3rd and less than a yard. On the carry, it's Swift. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Bears take this one on the road. And they're continuing to survive among the final remaining unbeaten teams across the NFL as they're now up to a 3-0 start. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Bears winners as we say so long from Indy.